Welcome to the Magical Readathon. I have actually already finished up, but oh my god, what class is that? I should have remembered. Elemental Studies, maybe. I don't know. So far, I've only completed one class. I haven't even done lore. We will do lore this weekend in this video though. I read this Cursed Light, which the original cover has a source of light on it. It has like stars. So we will consider that. And I think this was for Elemental Studies. I just did the review for the whole duology. Hopefully that came out well. Weirdly, okay, I'm not in a slump. I know I'm not in a slump because I'm still reading and wanting to read. The books are fine. It's just reviews. Like writing them has been weird. I haven't been able to think of words correctly, it seems. And since I'm not getting them done, and I want to be able to get the review done before I start the next thing, it's putting me a bit behind on the reading. And also, I haven't started this vlog because I have not wanted to film. I don't know. I don't know what's up with me. I don't know. But we're doing this. We're just going to push through because it's the Magical Readathon. And I've got one class done. And we will update with lore in a little bit. Because I know most of that questline isn't reading, but still. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the lore this weekend. Well, as much as is open at least. We'll catch up this weekend. I don't know. I have to read, I don't know why I said I don't know. I have to do Tales of the Sun Eater first, volume 2, before I can start Kingdoms of Death, which I can audiobook. Unfortunately, I'm also planning to tackle the yard this weekend because winter's over and it's been raining a lot, so it looks rough. And the weather we had blew a whole lot of limbs and stuff down into the yard. And I don't have an audiobook for that. So annoying. Oh well. Happy start to the vlog. I wish I could show you some eclipse footage, but I did not figure out how to do that. So I have nothing. But it was so much fun. I hope you guys got to see it too. Me and the kids went and watched. So like we kept going outside. I didn't sit outside the whole time. We just kept going outside every few minutes to like see how it had moved. We do not live in where the path of totality was though, so it only got to be like 90% before it started moving in the other direction. But still, it was really cool. I get to do that with them. And as soon as I get this video edited, I will start Tales of the Sun Eater, or at least in the carpool line, I'll start Tales of the Sun Eater. And it's not that long. I should be able to finish it in a day or so. Really in a day, but I will distract myself enough that I'm not going to finish it in a day. I finished Tales of the Sun Eater Volume 2 yesterday morning while everybody else was asleep because husband and small gamer children decided to stay up till like 4 a.m. and I just got this nice long reading period Sunday morning. And then today I went and did another quarter of the backyard, but I think our yard trash pile is big enough, so probably won't even touch it anymore this week. And it'll just keep looking like a jungle in the rest of it. Okay, Tales of the Sun Eater Volume 2 is another collection of short stories. This one has 6 technical stories. One of them is like 3 pages though. And I feel like it probably should have been in the first iteration. Because it's Hadrian and Genon together. As they're visiting a Cid Arthurian temple monastery place. Just as a respite. However you say that word. And the other ones though, none of the other ones feature Hadrian. At all. The Dragon Slayers is just a story about the regular folks of the Legion, saying how like it doesn't take knights to be heroes. Sometimes it's just the grunt force, as they have gone in to rescue a countess that her world has been invaded by the Sealson, and it's their story of rescuing her and getting her out, and how one of the, I don't remember what rank he is, how he actually strategically planned it out, and he had to go up against one of the Sealson demons, like the ones that are now in metal bodies, and how he beat it, and that was really cool. And Fire in the Sky is another world showing that, you know, they're being invaded, but the troops come in time while they're still being like herded onto ships, and it's a girl and her brother as their village is getting invaded, and she does lose her brother. I don't like the way this one ended because it's very unresolved. She's saved as she's being dragged onto the ship, but is her brother okay? She goes, like, gets the gun from the soldier to be able to go off and look for her little brother. And we don't know. We don't know if she's okay or not. Kill the King, that one is twisted. It is an assassin being sent by the Legionary Intelligence Office into one of the planets out kind of in the Veil that just an extra mercenary kind of has taken over and set himself up as king. And you know, a lot of this is happening where the Empire has had to pull back because of this Yeltsin, and now these kings are popping up, but this one is like trying to get multiple worlds and coalesce power and everything. Though really what he sounds like he's doing doesn't sound all that awful, as he's trying to pick up the pieces of, you know, broken worlds. But he kind of defeats the assassin and chops off his head and turns the assassin into an extra pretty much, and sends him back to the Emperor with a message. Will he get to deliver the message? Probably not, because, you know, I don't know how he's being shipped, but he'll probably just be killed. It's super spoilers for this, so you don't have to like read it, 'cause they're alright. But I mostly like to read these after like the first one for sure, and being able to connect and see that how this might have little Easter eggs pop up in the main stories. Knowledge was the one where Hadrian and Genon are at the Cid Arthurian temple, which that was an interesting. It gave us a bit about the Cid Arthurian connection legend thing. That was kind of cool. Good Intentions is a story about Valka when she was first studying one of the first quiet ruins, and she kind of tried to set a native local life free from its slavery, captivity, and it ended up getting a little boy killed and a few adults killed. So she's always going to like regret that, you know, this happened. And Four Devils, oh my gosh, Four Devils, we got Crispin again. I can't believe I'm excited to see Crispin again. This is older, and it's showing Crispin and Sabine as they are finding out that Hadrian is still alive. And this is back from where Count Mataro sent the message to Hadrian's father and saying, fine, and when his father named him an outcast. So this is still way in the past, but it's just showing Crispin's reaction to learning that his brother is alive, and now technically younger than Crispin himself, and going to tell their mother, and how Crispin and their mother actually have a sweet interaction, as he's like, I know you helped Hadrian, and I'm not as much my father's son as you think I am. And it's like, I'm not going to tell him. You don't have to worry about that. And they hugged. That was the end of the story. They hugged. I loved it. I loved it. It was so sweet. That was Tales of the Sun Eater Volume 2. I hope you enjoyed that brief summary. And this morning, while doing the brief yard work, I started the audiobook for Kingdoms of Death. It feels so tiny. The other one feels so big. I've made it to about pages. No, the audiobook's further along. But I went back and tabbed it and like named my colors. So it throws you right into it, and then it rolls back its pace a little bit, but it throws you right into a planet where it's been invaded. Hadrian's been sent in to recapture, because it's a source of fuel sourcing, because they have a large hadron collider that circles the whole planet, and they make antimatter. What do they make? I don't remember. But the Sealson are there. They are trying to attack it to disable the fleet, because they stop the fuel sources, and you know, it's a real thought process instead of just smash and grab raids. So Hadrian knows that this is the Prince of Princes work, his doing. But they are successful. Oh, wait, hold on. Am I saying spoilers? I mean, I am, but I'm trying to determine if I shouldn't probably say too many spoilers. This takes place 70 plus years, though, after book 3, as some things did happen with, of course, everybody seeing what happened at the end of book 3 and people finding out. The Chantry put Hadrian on trial for 12 years. I'll go ahead and tell you that. He was on trial for 12 years as they tried to prove heresy and that he's a machine. He's not human. So at least they helped Hadrian realize, you know, that he is still human. He's comfortable in that fact now. And he's been on this planet, though, of Nexus, I think was the name of the planet, and pretty much in exile, serving under one of the very high up people in the Empire's reign, but just out of the way, out of the public eye. Like, even in one of the short stories, it said Hadrian Marlowe was dead. He's been out of the eye that long. A lot of people are starting to assume he's dead. But the Emperor has just come with a very special assignment for Hadrian, because he really hates wasting him there in the first place. So Hadrian and his crew of the Tamerlane get to go back into action. And that's about where I've made it. He has lost something, though, like where I am currently. He's actually trying to find it. Something very important does appear to be lost, and he's kind of upset. And he's also realizing that he is older now than Paulino. But okay, that's my update so far. This only got 500 pages in the book, and I realized this morning that the arc I have for a book comes out next week. So it's like, maybe I should read that this week, but I'm like, but I'm this one. Ooh, so far too, it has not been too much future Hadrian. It is mostly just at this present point in his present head, or him kind of thinking about, like, present Hadrian, thinking about events that have happened just over the past 70 years or so. Not future Hadrian point so much in this book. So that's an interesting note. Okay, I need to go to the library to get a book for both of the kids, because one of them wanted it for class that they're reading, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, and the other one was like, oh, get me this book. I'm like, okay. Sweet. So we're gonna go try to do that. And yeah, hope you enjoy this update. Okay, we are holding the cat because she's trying to get to dinner as it's cooking. I did not get to update, because I kept trying to do something else earlier. But if I don't update soon, things, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not that close to the end, but it feels, big things are happening, and no spoilers, right? So we explored another part of the empire, which we will have to go into more in depth in the actual review of it. But for most of the books, we're just in the Solan Empire. Nope, don't you dare, don't you dare. And now, though, Hadrian's mission, which shouldn't be too much of a spoiler, but the mission he was sent on is to the Lothrian Commonwealth. Right, they call themselves the Commonwealth. And they do not have identities as people, and that's a bad thing, so we're going to be a real quick snippet here. There is no I, there is no me, there's just the people. They all act in accordance to the people, and they can't say most things. Like, their language is purely structured off of books, off of things from their particular book of approved speech. That is how bad that has gotten, is they have narrowed everything down to where it's pretty much they're just quoting things from the book. That's the only way they can talk. Thankfully, Hadrian understands and translates everything. And things there are bad. Things are really bad, and they cover up. Cat relocated into the bedroom. Now, okay, so the Lothrian Commonwealth, though, they have very restricted speech. They do not even refer to male and female now. They are just people. Going so far as to try to eliminate that entirely, which obviously people themselves don't exactly want that, but it's a very twisted political situation. That's just, and Hadrian and his party know that they're only allowed to see certain parts of the city anyway. They're not allowed to travel around without a Lothrian escort, as they are trying to negotiate something. And they know that everything that they're seeing has been particularly cleaned up for them. But things drastically went bad on that planet, and within the whole Commonwealth in general. And now Hadrian is in like this horrible spot, and things are going, oh my gosh, and something really big just happened, but I can't say spoilers. Normally I say spoilers in the reading vlogs for these, but it's just like, oh my gosh. It's just, oh my gosh, because it's so bad. And he was holding on to, they're just telling me this because, to try to crack my emotions, to try to make me this. And yet we were just given proof of something that proves that bad people weren't exactly lying. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because they specifically mentioned something earlier on, and I'm hoping that our main group, Hadrian's main group, Krim and Paulino, Captain Corvo and Valka, I'm really hoping that they were on this other really, really fast ship. Hello from a car update, because I just finished Kingdoms of Death, and oh my god, I'm not okay. This book is so devastating. The last chapters 42 and 43, super. The end of the book, devastating, but a different level, more of a normal, okay sort of thing, something you kind of would have expected, especially. Not gonna update too much because I look weird and probably sound weird, and yeah, I think I will save the book mail for the other vlog, because yeah, we're gonna try to do 2 vlogs, even though there's 1 week left, 2 books left. I'll do one more update when I yeah. Alright, I should end the vlog. I'm possibly starting the next one though, like today. My son wants to go to the library because he wants to start a different series than the one he's already in the middle of, which, cool, respect that. But he doesn't want to actually read anything that he has here. Which, true, there's only like 2 options that he hasn't read, because I don't think he's ready for any of mine that even read younger, except The Hobbit, which my copy is not here. It's still at a friend's house. So maybe I can convince him to get that from the library. Or the next Percy Jackson book, because we don't own it, but he would possibly want to read that one. Or, I don't know, some other young adult series. But I think I did a pretty good job of tabbing this one that just devastated me. However, I ended up adding, which I just kept pulling the color off that wasn't labeled. And I probably should have just labeled it as emotions or something. I don't know. It was every time it made me like, oh my gosh, feel something. I kept using that color. But I thought when I started, I was like, okay, this should be everything, right? Cielson, human politics, human battles. Probably should have separated Cielson battles, and then I could hardly use the Cielson. Not because they weren't there, because that's all it was for most of it. Huge sections of the Cielson, so I couldn't just be tabbing it like every single page. Okay. Valka, when she had like amazing lines and parts and stuff, when they learned about history. The Chantry, that one actually did not get used much. The Chantry did not get to come up much in this one. The Quiet, also purple, not very many purples. And quotables. I did not do so good on the quotables, really. But that's okay. Now I have to try to figure out how to make the review for this and not spoilers. Yeah, I have my note card though. I think I can do it. And then you will get to see us go to the library, me have the book haul in the next one, do the lore quest line, side quest line parts. Because, yeah, I've read The Legend of Dia. I did do that. I have read the first part about what happens with the professor. And then it depends on whether or not the sun comes out if I'm going to get to do that. Because I picked, direct sunlight. Go for that bird, girl. Sweet little hunter. The kids are home from school today because they have an unused weather day, so they got an extra day off from school. Even though we could totally have bad weather that cancels school still before the end of the year. Whatever. So gotta do this all before they wake up. Yay me. I hope you're beginning... When will this go up? It's also debatable. This video might go up tomorrow, or the review for this could go up tomorrow. I probably shouldn't do both of them though tomorrow. So this review, I don't know. Maybe this goes up Wednesday. We'll go ahead and get the vlog up. I hope all your classes are going well, that you are way more caught up than I am as we go into our final week. And we'll do one more vlog that's all the final week, just pushing, gotta get the classes done. And hopefully all of your reads have been excellent. You're finding 5 stars. You're just having a great reading month in general. And if you like this, odd as my vlogs are, you can check out some of my other content. And if you're liking my style, subscribe. That way we can all catch up in more videos together. And I'm trying to work on making my vlogs good, entertaining things. Suggestions are always welcome. I just hope you will subscribe and stick around for more content and more fun stuff. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see y'all in the next one.